Hey guys, it's Shawzo, and this is Oberland Station, and I've pretty much upgraded the place with a lot more structure. There wasn't much here actually, there was just the pre-war building with the small farm, along with all the broken fences. So yeah, I've done most of it from scratch. This is part of a series where I'm rebuilding every settlement in the Commonwealth, so subscribe if you want to see more of that. I'm going to be showing you how I built the place with a tour at the end. Enjoy. So I'm going to be starting with the obvious, and of course that's the farm, and I'm going to keep it as well. And I'm going to start building around the existing fence, using that as my first marker point, just to get everything nice and straight. So I want it just to get on this corner, with a tiny gap. I don't want it too close, because otherwise we can't clip it around the fence. So yeah, we'll build across up here, and I'm also going to build across up here, so it's a perfect 90-degree angle. And yeah, we'll have a quick look. As you can see, it's perfectly angled against the existing fence, so it goes well with the existing building there. Now I'm going to put up some walls, mixing it up as usual. There might be some fences here and there that I need to delete, so I'm going to keep most of them because they do add to the texture of things surrounding the place. So yeah, just going to build the rest of it, and we'll get rid of that gate because obviously I don't need that. I'm going to start putting some shack floors in because I actually want to make a second floor, and this is going to be like a security post above. So yeah, we'll get these in. I think these are the only ones I can put in anyway. I can't put the normal floors in. This leaves a nice gap in between the fences and what I've just built, so yeah, this is going to be one of the entrances. But I do want to reinforce the fences next to it. And I'm going to be doing that using the warehouse walls, because I do want to match the height next to what I've just built, because otherwise it would look a bit odd if it was a bit short. I'm going to be keeping the fences on the inside, because yeah, I want to see that from the inside of the settlement. Because yeah, it does add texture. Little things like that, it just makes it look a bit different. There's a couple of tiny gaps that I just want to fill in with the half walls here. And there we go, we now have a solid structure in place. And because it's 90 degrees, it goes very well with the pre-existing building. And that's entrance number 1 finished, and it's a wide enough gap for people to walk through. Now it's time to move on to the front where the rest of the broken fences are. And instead of using normal walls and building a structure, I'm actually going to be using the junk walls just to reinforce the existing fence. Of course, keeping the fence just to add more texture. And I'm going to be keeping the fences on the outside because yeah, I want that texture on the outside of the building, because I'm going to be adding stuff from the inside. And we're filling that small gap with a half wall, and it's time to move on to the actual front. And as you can see, it's not straight, and that bothers me because I do want to keep this entrance here. So what I'm going to do is put a half wall just sticking out on the side there, and now I'm going to delete all the broken fences except the gate. It pains me because there was a good light hanging on that. Now I'm going to use the junk walls again and put in a nice straight line all the way across, fill in the gap in between the gate, and there's also a fire pit that's gone out, so I'm just going to put a new one in there using the pillar glitch again. And there we go, it's all finished up. We've got a brand new wall, we've got a structure. Having a look at the front side, it's nice and straight, it doesn't look wonky, and it goes really well with the existing building. And talking about the existing building, I'm going to be doing what I always like to do. I'm just going to chuck a load of wood and metal onto it. Not that it needs it, but I do like doing this because it does add lots of texture here and there, and it just makes the whole building look a bit different. I've come across an issue this side though. I can't reach with the pillar glitch, so I'm going to do what I did in my last build. I'm going to put down a foundation, grab myself a campfire, and put it in about this position will do. And we'll pick up our half wall again, and this should allow me to sink it in there nicely. Of course at a higher capacity. And it should fit nicely in there now. Just going to finish up on the rest of the building, and yeah, it's looking pretty cool already. Now there is an issue with the rooftop. There is a massive hole, and I don't really want to be sleeping in here with rain coming in. And I have found a solution for this. I'm going to be using the scaffolding set from the Contraptions DLC, and I'm going to be using these ramps with a floor piece on top, and I'm going to go 3 across. And this will allow me to put ramps next to each other here. Now I'm going to delete the floors, all of them, and I'm going to put a ramp on the other side now. So it's going to be the perfect kind of pitch to go across the rooftop. I'm going to pick up the whole thing using the pillar glitch. Of course, I've saved it before I did this because I'm not going to get it perfect every time. And it's good to save it regularly during a build anyway. So now that I've put that in place, I actually decided to delete one of them because I felt like 2 was enough. I know there's a small gap kind of pitching up there, but it does cover it and it is perfect on this side. So I'm pretty happy with it overall. And that's the only way you can fix up the rooftop here, because of course the scaffolding ramps are the perfect angle for that rooftop. There's nothing really else you can use. So moving back over to the building that we did earlier, I'm going to start doing the second floor. And I think it would be great to put a watchtower on this particular corner because it would be parallel going across to the existing building, as they both have that scrappy look. Now I'm going to put some barricades on the inside, but I'm actually going to keep all of them the same because I do like this particular one. On the outside though, I will be changing it up because I didn't want to mix it up from the inside. Luckily I can put a floor piece down where these warehouse walls are. It's not guaranteed because of course the walls are put down separately, so you might have to readjust them if you want a floor piece to snap in. And even the barricades are a little bit tricky. Most of them fit in there, but you might have to freestyle one or two. Of course there's a gap in between, so I'm just going to put some small floors just going across, like a little bridge. And to finish up, I'm just going to put some stairs down. And now I'm going to move on to this side. I'm going to delete a couple of plants because I want an entrance here to the actual building. So we'll delete 2 walls here. I actually want to put this one on the right, and we'll put ourselves a door frame in as well. And a little step just to get inside a bit better. And with that put all together, it is completely finished. And I would definitely say this is build budget friendly because I have half the budget left, plenty for decorations. But of course, you know me, I'll probably go beyond that. There was plenty of space to build at where the train tracks are, but I'm going to let you find out what I do with that in the tour. And of course, the transformation with the build is going to be like night and day. And speaking of the night, the sun is actually coming down now, and I need to find a place to stay. And of course, my best bet is the existing building because there's already a bed up here. So I'm going to go up there, try and get some sleep, and tomorrow I'm going to decorate the whole place. So thanks for watching the build, and I'll see you in the morning.
Something's out there!
Bring it!
As you can see, we had a long night last night. We got attacked by a load of dogs, and unfortunately we lost one of our settlers. A very important settler, I must say, because she dealt with the crops. And without her, we have no food. So what I'm going to have to do is put down a recruitment beacon, hook it up to some power, and hopefully some more people could come along and help us out. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and decorate the whole place, and I'll see you guys in the tour. And here it is, fully decorated. It took me around about 10 to 15 hours to decorate the place, so lots and lots of little details. So let's go and have a proper look and have a little walk around the place. So here it is. Before we walk inside, of course, we're going to have a little walk around on the outside. Now, with the tracks, I didn't do too much. I basically turned it into like a little security checkpoint. So I've got one here, and then of course I've got one on the other side. I didn't want to do anything too big because I didn't want it to like overshadow what I've just built. And I feel like it's enough. I've made a little checkpoint out of the scaffolding set and just put bits and pieces around it. And there's like a little enclosed area for a chair for security to sit at. And it's basically the same setup on the other side, but just like different items surrounding it. I just put some random bits and pieces on the hill here. These raider cages are really good for that. And I like to put plants in it so it kind of looks a bit overgrown. And just various bits and pieces on the outside. Thought I'd put a chair and a little table just looking out onto the river over there. And it's just about the same over here as well. Now on the front of the actual build we have a shop. So of course we sell potatoes here. And we have different various ways of purchasing it. So you got fresh, you got the soup, you got canned potatoes, you got sun-dried potatoes. Not that you can actually get those specific ones, but it's like I'm trying to make my own narrative, And I've used the pillar glitch to cover up the majority of the shop stand because it looks a bit out of place with a scrappy build because it looks really clean. So the pillar glitch is quite good to add some scrappiness to it.
Yes.
And I've just put loads of potatoes everywhere. They got some storage back there as well. And I've managed to hang make my own kind of makeshift sign using the weapons displays. And I think I've used the conduits as well. Nice little bench, we've got a campfire going. I won't show the back, it's just, I have decorated the back, but it's nothing major. There's no point really going to see really. But we'll have a look on the other entrance after we've checked this building out. But as you saw earlier, we just dressed it up a bit. I put a few more decorations onto it. I love using the Far Harbour DLC items because you can just hang stuff off the edge there. Let's go inside. this is where I sleep when I come to this place. No one else really sleeps here. This is my little spot for when I come. I've blocked off the windows with some weapon displays here, and I've even put some weapons on one of them. Managed to put a shelf just above the bed with a nice gun. Yeah, I've made it really messy on purpose. The bed was original. I can't remember if this was the original bed. I think it was. I can't remember now. But yeah, I put this set of drawers here, just chucked a load of stuff on there. I love putting hangers on the floor as well, just to make it look a bit more lived in, you know. So yeah, let's go on to the actual inside. And before we do that, a lot of you have been asking about turning my builds into mods and using the transfer settlements mods. I've been thinking of looking into that, and I will look into it at some point when I have time. I might look into it once I've built everything, like every single settlement, and then I'll start thinking about making like mods for you guys to download instead of actually building it. I think that'd be pretty cool, but yeah, I will look into that one day, I promise. So yeah, let's go inside. As I said earlier, it's a potato farm, so I've just chucked a load of potatoes on the floor as well, because it looks quite empty if I didn't put anything on the floor. We've got a little crafting station, cooking station here, power armor station. Just a mixture, because of course it's a farm and they live here as well, so you need to have some kind of like mixed kind of things to do. Nice little enclosed area for the workshop. The light that I put in goes really well with it. Got an armor's workbench as well, a couple of storage boxes. And yeah, I've used the Far Harbour item and just hung it onto there using the pillar glitch. Oh, and I forgot to show you this entrance. So yeah, big enough gap to walk through. And I've enclosed this area for like my water. Put two big water generators underneath, and just made it look as scrappy as possible. Put some boxes here and there, a table on the outside, put some tools here and there. And yeah, I've put the plants on the edges just to give it that overgrown look. Got a chair as well. And this is where my power is. I've kind of boxed in a generator. So yeah, I've made it look like its own kind of it's a different look. Instead of having like a freestanding generator just there, I thought it'd be a good idea just to enclose it. You've got a good old turret there. There is a turret on the back. I might as well show you actually. I've even put stuff back here as well. We've got a turret there. It helps the build like kind of blend in with the rest. It's good to put some items around the back as well. So let's go on the inside again. This side, just put some boxes, some tables here and there. Just keeping it all different so it looks quite natural. I've got some benches here, more storage. And yeah, in the actual building is where the farmers live. And we've got people just chilling as well. I think there's 4 people in total, so we've got 4 beds in here. So the first thing that welcomes you is a big table, radio, just some food, some mugs, drinks and all that. And to the left is like the proper living area. We've got 2 sofas, big old table in the middle. And back here is the scientific workbench. Crammed a load of stuff onto it because it just looks so much better when you just chuck a load of stuff on crafting tables. And I had issues snapping door frames within the structure. I don't know why, and I didn't really want to change like what it was already built, so I couldn't really be asked to sort of delete stuff and put it back in. So I did what I did in my last build. It was the home plate decoration video. I kind of made some walls out using those shelves again, and yeah, it's worked out pretty well. And yeah, I put the wooden pillars like on the edge here just to give it more of like an entrance look. And you can fit perfectly through here. I've kind of made my own feature wall on the end because it's really hard to decorate with these walls because there's so many like holes and stuff like that, so you need to kind of work around it. So I've just covered one of them completely just to make my own kind of feature wall. And yeah, this is 2 of the beds. You've got a sofa, another table, some reading material, and I've also kept some shelves open above just for some more stuff. Yeah, they've got loads and loads of food and drink. Let's move on to the other room. And I've managed to make my own... Oh, I just dropped something. I've managed to make my own bunk bed using the pillar glitch again, of course. And I've put another bed sort of a specific height above this one, just so these pillars can look quite... So it blends in well, you know, because you don't want to have it too high because it wouldn't look too right. And yeah, it goes really well. You can actually go up this ladder a little bit. And I've got a little gun there next to it as well. And again, it's the same with the shelves. More storage up here. And in this one, they've got their own TV. So yeah, that is the building pretty much finished. We'll have a look on top. Now on top is, as you can probably guess, another security post. This just keeps an eye on the whole area, like the back and front. Behind me, I've just put some general storage. Little bowl there for dog meat. And yeah, I love putting stuff in the middle because I just hate putting stuff all to the side. It just doesn't look right to me. So I like to put at least one small thing in the middle. I've used the pillar to put this big weapons display on top of this table. Goes really well with the flamer. Just put some ammo underneath as well. Put a small mattress for the security. Little desk as well. And again, yeah, I'll put some stuff in the middle. Put a big table this time. And I've managed to fit the bathtub underneath. I thought that'd go quite well. Couldn't really fit anything inside the bathtub because it was a bit of a tight space. And yeah, back here's the watchtower. Nothing much, just a sofa, table, loads of guns and ammo. And yeah, some mini nukes as well. And yeah, big old scrappy hole just to look ahead. Yeah, that is the tour finished. Thank you very much for watching as usual. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day just to watch me, really. And yeah, of course I'm going to build every single settlement in Fallout. I might even expand to like the Far Harbour locations and Nuka World and stuff like that, but that's long down the road. I'm just concentrating on the Commonwealth right now. So yeah, it's going to take a while. I'm not even halfway yet, but I'm really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to seeing more builds. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.